Hi curl friends, welcome back to my channel and a special welcome to those of you who are new here. I'm Naturally Shanice, your favorite curl friend. If you haven't already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so you never miss out on new content. Today, I'm super excited to share my go-to routine. This is my personal go-to favorite routine for how I transform my hair from straight silk press back into its curly natural state. If you are looking for tips and tricks on how to preserve your curls, on how to bring back your curls post silk press, blow dry, or any type of stretched state, then this is the video for you. So let's really get into this silk press because y'all, I got this silk press done on November 29th. I believe that was the day after Thanksgiving. To date, it is January 7th. I've had this for a month, literally, a month and 1 week. So for 5 weeks, I have not washed my hair. I haven't done anything to it. I haven't even reapplied heat or anything, okay? My hair is filthy, okay? Filthy. But I wanted to show you guys what my hair is looking like now, a month post silk press. Again, throughout this month, I did not use any heat after I left that salon with Jada. You guys saw the video, and if you haven't seen my salon visit for the silk press and the Mizani air cut, I suggest that you guys watch that video after you've watched this video. So anyhow, my hair, no heat was used afterwards. That's just my personal preference for how I maintain my curls. For me, maintaining my curls are important because I like to wear my curls, and I wear my curls more so than I do a stretched or straight state. And so for me, again, saving the curls are of utmost importance. And the best way that I've learned to do that is do not apply heat after the original straightening and processing of the hair. So yes, my hair has had no heat. So I'm really excited because I forgot that I had the Mizani air cut, you guys, which was the curly cut right before Jada did the silk press. I totally forgot. So what does that mean? My shape to my curls should be popping, okay? And the reason why I needed that Mizani cut is because I know I talked about this throughout the last several videos, but like the shape of my hair was off. You can see here in this picture, I was having more length on this side. It looked a little lopsided to me, and I was just like, I need a cut and some shape. So while I intended to do another silk press today, because throughout the winter, I want to wear my hair I want to be a straight natural throughout the winter. That's what I really think I want to do. But before I straighten my hair, I feel like it's important for me to go back to curly, mainly so I can see what the curly cut is giving and how my curls have settled into that cut. So that's why today I'm going to be doing a wash and go. And so yeah, I think we're ready now to get into the wash and go.
So for the first step, we are going to cleanse and hydrate the hair. So I'm going to start by saturating my hair with water. This usually takes about 2 full minutes. I like to make sure that no inch of hair is left behind with saturating it with water. This is the foundation for a nice good wash. And I'm also going to double cleanse, starting with a clarifying shampoo and then a second cleanse using a moisturizing shampoo. So a clarifying shampoo is used to deeply cleanse the scalp and hair, removing buildup from products, oils, and impurities. I like using a clarifying shampoo after a silk press because I clearly haven't washed my hair in 1 month, which means plenty of product buildup and oily scalp. I've been using a lot of edge control and hairspray, especially the last 2 weeks, because my hair has been in a slick ponytail, and I know that my scalp is naturally oily and has excess sebum buildup, which makes it perfect reason to use a clarifying shampoo to help balance the oil production and leave my scalp feeling fresh. For my first wash, I always try to focus on scalp. That's because that's where most of the buildup is, and a good scalp massage also helps to promote hair growth and keeps the scalp healthy, which means that if your scalp's healthy, your hair is healthy. All right, so after that, I make sure to rinse out all of the clarifying shampoo before heading into the second wash. So for the second wash, I'm going to be using a moisturizing shampoo from Innocence Organic Beauty. Innocence Organic Beauty is a professional quality quality, salon quality product line here. It is expensive. I'm not going to hold you on that, but the products are made with high quality ingredients and they're very concentrated. So remember, when you're using a clarifying shampoo, these are designed to deeply cleanse, removing product buildup, oils, and impurities. One of the number one complaints I hear from curl friends and reasons why people prefer to co-wash over clarifying is because clarifying shampoos can strip away the natural oils that your hair needs to stay moisturized, leaving it feeling dry or brittle. So to combat this, I like to use, or actually I was taught by several stylists, to use a moisturizing shampoo to restore moisture and balance. A moisturizing shampoo helps restore hydration and softness, ensuring your hair stays healthy and manageable. And it is the perfect next step to use after a clarifying shampoo. This moment right here had me pressed, okay, because I was like, yes, the curls are definitely back. We have some motion with the curls, okay? So now let's go ahead and get into the deep conditioning. I'm going to be using, or I am using, the Pattern Beauty Intensive Conditioner. This is Pattern Beauty's most richest, intensive, ultra hydrating conditioner out of all of their conditioning products. This is actually perfect and is perfectly designed for low porosity hair, which means that if you are struggling to get moisture to seep into your strands, this formula is packed with ingredients like avocado oil, shea butter, safflower oil, acacia flower, which all help to protect against breakage and dryness while leaving definition behind after you rinse it out. So again, if you are struggling with moisture, this is going to be the perfect intensive treatment. For the application, you can see that I started applying from my roots to ends, and I'm using a detangler brush here and going through section by section to detangle the hair. I had a lot of tangles, as you can see here, and so I'm just being very patient, not ripping through the hair, just working my way through each of these sections. And also taking my hands and making sure that I'm smoothing the hair down, again, smoothing the hair down with the deep conditioner to reduce frizz. You can see here it's really thick, it's really creamy, the slip is nice, the smell is really light. I don't think it doesn't have like a distinctive smell to me or scent to me. It just smells clean like most of Pattern's products. And so here I am again, just brushing it out, trying to work through all of these tangles that I have here from my roots and from the ends of my hair and working all the way up to the roots until you can see here we have some nice slip.
All right, so now I'm gonna go into my little storage closet. Like, y'all, this is real life. And look, this is gone. You think anybody, a house full of boys, you think anybody would throw this away and say, geez, there's no more toilet paper, let me throw this trash away? No. Anyhow, the real reason we're in the storage closet is my steamer. It's small, but it does need some place to store. This is the secret weapon. It saves me tons of money from going to the salon and getting what they call a hydration treatment. This is my King steamer. Y'all know this has been on the channel forever. I just wanted to show what it looked like to be stored, because if storage is an issue or space is an issue for you, you may want to go with a steam. Here it is, a steam cap. See the difference between storing a steam cap and the hair steamer. All right, got the hair steamer. So this is the whole setup here, and you can see that I need an extension cord because there's no way that is gonna get to there. Okay, so now we're just gonna wait 5 to 7 minutes for it to start bubbling and for the water to be heated. It's been about 1 minute since I pressed start on the steamer, and you can see that the water is starting to boil and to heat up. So now it's been about 4.5 minutes and you can see no steam is coming out, but the water here is fully starting to boil and get warm. So another 2 to 3 minutes, steam should be coming. And so here we have it. It's about 3 minutes later and you can see the steam is coming out. It's trapped inside the hood. The water is boiling rapidly. So this is ready for me to sit underneath for about 30 minutes.
I just realized that I have never shown you guys the cleanup process from the steamer. So as you can see, all the water has been used, the steamer is wet, and so now I'm going to break it down and put it back up. So first I start by taking off the hood and I take it to the sink and I just empty out the hood and make sure that, you know, there's no residual water that's left in. I open up the top because it was closed to, you know, keep the steam within the hood. Make sure all the water is released there. Use a towel to wipe it off and dry it off and to clean it up. And then I do the same thing for the water piece that holds the water container piece that holds. Here I am dumping it out. I just make sure that all the water is out of it, and then I put it back up in the closet.
And let's get into the shape of my hair. I love the shape of my hair. So Jada did a Mizani haircut when I got my silk press done. Do you guys remember that? She went in and she did a dry cut and did an individual, cut each individual curl. And she basically gave me more shape. And you can see here that my hair is now even. I'm gonna show you guys a picture, which is up now. And in this picture, you'll see what my hair looked like before I got this cut. All throughout here, you can tell I had longer pieces that were in the back, and this side was just longer, like it was just longer. And I felt like it wasn't as full. Fast forward to today, both of these sides look even, right? And this side looks just as full as this side. And then if I turn around and I show you the back, let me make sure, get my little mirror so I make sure you guys can see. There we go. If you look in the back, all my hair is falling very nicely, almost one length, which I super duper appreciate, even though we know it's not one length, but it just looks good. There aren't any gaping holes, because before I had like a gaping hole in here, like it just didn't look full. So this cut has done a hair good, and I'm really excited about it. So listen, if you want to elevate your hair in 2025, go get yourself a proper haircut. I don't care if that's a curly cut or you cut it straight. Just get yourself a haircut.
Now I can officially style and define these curls using a detangle brush, a water bottle, and two of my go-to products from the Do's B-Girl collection. Y'all already know what time it is. It's the B-Girl Honey Curl Custard and the Crazy Sexy Curl Honey Setting Foam. And so you can see here, I'm always going to start off with my wash and goes and styling with water. Think about it this way. When you take a shower, your curls, I know, when you were younger, you're like, oh my gosh, my curls are so defined when I'm in the shower. They look so good when I'm in the shower. And then when you get out the shower, they don't look that way. And so that's because we need water. So I always try to style my hair using as much water as possible to get the curl in its best defined state. Alrighty, so let's get into this honey curl custard. The honey curl custard is designed to hydrate, protect, and define even the tightest curls. There is absolutely no crunch. And if you do happen to have crunch, I suggest you use more water, and also make sure that you emulsify the gel and spread it through with your hands instead of applying the gel directly from the jar to your hair. So you want even distribution there. It is included in this gel, or what it's made of is honey, which does, for sleek curls, and then aloe, which provides the moisture and hydrates, vitamin E, which protects the scalp and adds growth, and it's also, paraben free. And so you can see here, I'm applying it to clean, very wet hair in small sections. I rake through with my fingers to clump the curls, and then later on, you're going to see I'm going to use a hood dryer to dry dry the curls. And then after I apply the curl custard, I top off the section with the honey setting foam. This is an all-in-one styler that conditions, detangles, defines, and sets, wash and goes. Okay, catch your breath, y'all. And of course, you could use it for more. So what's in it? Again, it has that honey, which helps fight frizz and also provides a nice clean scent. Look at the curls, they look so good. It also has aloe, which moisturizes and hydrates hair. The included in the setting foam or setting styler is the bamboo, which strengthens and provides extra hold, and this is also paraben free. For the best results, the Dew product recommends that you do not apply oil to the hair before applying this product. Okay, so do not apply oil before applying the setting foam or even gel. Oil defeats that purpose, right? Oil kind of softens up the curls. You don't want to do that. You want your curl to have hold so that you get an extended wash and go and get the most out of your hair. So no oil before, okay? And then you could apply as much or little or liberal as you want, or as little as you want. That's really up to you. Here you can see what I'm doing. I apply it in my hands first, of course, spreading it out in my hands, emulsifying it before applying to my hair, and then I use I'm using the Pattern Beauty shower brush here to further smooth down the section, and then I just smooth it down and rake it, and then you can see that the curls are clumped together. In the lower right corner, you can see I'm applying more water before applying the gel and the mousse, and I just really keep this process throughout until all of my hair has the mousse, and I keep calling it a mousse, you guys. That's like so old school. The setting foam and the curl custard gel. And here's what my hair looks like before I get underneath the dryer. Look at this. I'm pointing to the angle of the cut here because I absolutely love the shape of my hair. Look at that. It looks so good. So you can see that between the gel and the mousse, the curls are super defined, okay? Like there's no frizz. They're beautiful. You can definitely see that there's some product that's sitting on top of my hair, but once I sit underneath the dryer, that will dissolve into my hair. And you can also see the middle of my hair is so dry, y'all. It is just struggling, which is why I just try to add as much water, especially to the center of the hair.
Okay, it is 8:23. I hate when I do my hair this late because even though I'm going to sit underneath the dryer, my hair is not going to be 100% completely dry, especially when you lay down on it. You guys know this, right? Like, have you ever did your hair late at night? You thought it was dry, you lay down, and in the morning, it's like completely flat. That's what I feel like this is going to be giving, and I feel like I just wasted a lot of my time. However, I'm going to sit underneath the dryer and then touch up my curls with the diffuser to make sure all of this in here is dry. And then I'm just going to have to go to bed and fluff in the morning. Okay, so it is the next morning, but I have to be transparent with you guys. It's not the next morning after. So I did my hair on a Monday and it is now Friday. We had a snowstorm here in the DC metropolitan area. And so I literally have been at home all week. When I washed my hair and did it on Monday, Tuesday, everything was closed. No, I think I did it on Sunday. Anyhow, everything's been closed this week. I have worked from home the entire week. I really have not left my house. And so that brings me to Friday. Let's see. Yeah, it's Friday, December 10th. And I'm just now getting back to filming this video. That's how much of I've done nothing the last few days here. But anyhow, the hair has been wrapped up. You guys saw it was in the scarf. And then I just put this on here. See that? See that? See that? And now we're gonna just shake out a little bit. And this is what the hair is giving. 5 days, okay? I have not touched this hair. To remove the cast, I'm gonna use a few things. First of which is the Pattern Beauty jojoba oil. Y'all already know, I love this oil and I've had this forever. It lasts a long time. A little bit goes a long way. It's highly concentrated. It's made from real jojoba seeds and a jojoba plant. And it's just, I really love this. Super light. It doesn't weigh the hair down. It provides a great shining effect. And this is my go-to. Of course, I have the Pattern Beauty pick here. I love this pick. And then I just got my Pattern Beauty hair clips. See, there we go. And this is what I'm using to remove the cast from my hair.
Let's talk about a gel cast. So if you do not know what a gel cast is, think of it like this. When you get a cast, the cast molds the shape of the arm, leg, or whatever area of your body that is broken. It's the same thing with gel. Gel molds or shapes the curl, right? And then it hardens just like a cast. A cast is applied as smooth material, right? When you get a cast on. And then when you use gel, just like a cast, it hardens and it takes the shape of the form of the object in which it's being encast, right? And it's the same thing with gel. And so what I'm doing here is removing that gel cast. And so what I'm going to do is my primary focus is to focus on the large clumps of curls that the gel and mousse do, right? Because that's what they were designed to do, to clump curls. And so I'm going to concentrate on separating out those curls and removing the cast or a little bit of that crunch that's on my hair. This is a completely optional process. You do not have to do this process. You can leave the cast on, which is how you really get to day 7, day 8 curls with very minimum frizz, okay? All right, so what am I doing here? I took a large clumped curl and I'm using my hands after applying some lightweight oil. I use the Pattern Beauty jojoba oil. You guys know I love that oil so much. And now I'm smoothing the curls with my fingertips, applying in a downward motion because I do not want to have a whole bunch of frizz, right? And then I rub my hands together here with the oil. Again, let's just start from the top. Okay, I rub my hair again with the oil, again, smoothing the hair, removing some of that stiff gel cast that is a natural part of using gel, right? And then I'm just using my fingertips here to separate out the curls. And I like to start as close to the root as possible because sometimes I feel like if you start at the end, that the ends of the hair hold like a lot of the frizz. So I smooth for a few and then I separate at the root of my hair, and I just continue to repeat this process. Here I have a large section. Again, oil is on my hair. I'm just trying to smooth out. Notice I'm not combing through, and this is the finished product. Very minimum frizz. I have soft curls and a lot of volume. This looks really good.
I love my hair. I love my hair. I love my hair. Okay, I'm really excited, clearly, because I am loving the shape of my hair. Come through Mizani air cut, like Jada did a big one with this. This is what I'm talking about. Look at the shape as compared to what you saw like in this little whatever, I'm showing it on the screen. This is what my hair looked like before I went to Jada to get the Mizani air cut and the silk press. And then this is afterwards, like you could tell, look at that. I'm just so much more even, like right through here, no more hanging. You see that? Do you see that line? Do you see the line though? Like, do you see the shape? Very good. Okay, so clearly I did not pick my hair out yet. And so I'm gonna pick out just a little bit. Again, I like to keep as much of a cast on my hair as possible. And I kind of like it to get big and frizzy, you know, on day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8. But because I waited so long to do it, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pick out at the roots just a little bit. The trick with picking out your curls is you're not gonna rip the pick through your hair because that's gonna cause frizz. So instead, you're just gonna stay at the root, and I'm just kind of tugging on the root just a little bit, just to loosen that up. And then I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go right in here. Same thing right here. Just gonna lift at the root just a little bit. Lift at the root just a little bit to loosen things up. There we go. Gonna come through here in the back. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Let's see. And I don't think the back needs to be picked out too much. I'm just gonna loosen it up just a tad bit. Okay, anyhow, I just put some oil on my fingertips. And now I'm gonna go in. I've taught him how to check in the bag when I've traveled with him. Anyhow, so I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna give myself a nice little scalp massage here. There we go. Let me just get my little edges up here. And again, I'm not putting my fingers all the way through. I'm not combing through, okay? My fingertips are literally there and I'm not pulling through the curl. Why? Because that's gonna cause more frizz. I'm just trying to, you know, oil my scalp just a little bit. Let me just do the back here. Oh my gosh, my curls are nice and soft, y'all. This is cute. All right, so now I'm just gonna go like this. And y'all saw there's no flaking on my hair. You don't see big white pieces through it either. This is good. See that? Look at that. Look at that curl. Oh my gosh, we are back. Ignore the grays. We're fully back. That's it for today's video. Again, you guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so you never miss out on new.
Hit that subscribe button.
This is the college kid that's going back to college, you guys. He's going back. Yeah, he can't wait, obviously. He's been itching to get out of here and get back to his pretend college life, where people are, well, you're in college, but it's like a pretend life, because in college somebody's completely financing all your fun, your food, so it seems like you're an adult, but you're really not. Do you get that?
I always finance myself. Oh no, I can't. I'm joking.
Should we try? Anyhow, if y'all have teenagers and adult children, you already know what's happening here. Like I said before, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so you never miss out on new content. And again, stay tuned for part 2, where I'm gonna take you through the remaining time of this wash and go and how I styled it post this video. All right, until later, bye curl friends.